Welcome back to Tech Talk with Craig Peterson. We're talking about some of the things you can do to help your kids out, some of the things you can do to really have some fun over the course of the summer, fall, winter, year-round, really. Right now, we are going to talk a little bit about some things you can do when it comes to the phone calls that are coming in. If you have a Google Android phone, there's an app for you called CallSnap. The CallSnap app, we're going to talk a little bit about it with the president over at Tip Solutions, what they are doing and how they're helping you with really being able to send a 1,000-word message to someone who's calling you without even answering the phone. Michael Unitic, thank you for being with us, and welcome to Tech Talk with Craig Peterson.
Sure, thrilled to be with you today, Craig.
Now, Michael, let's talk a little bit about it here. You've come out with this app, CallSnap. How does this work? What's the idea behind it?
Sure. So you really hit the nail on the head there, saying 1,000 words, because we like to say, and everybody knows the phrase, "A picture's worth 1,000 words." Everybody also knows the feeling of receiving a phone call when they just can't answer it. So right now, the only option is to decline or ignore that call. So what CallSnap provides you is a new way to respond in a more sort of useful, a more informative, a more fun way by instantly replying to that phone call by sharing a photo. So that photo could be something that you're snapping live, or maybe you've sort of preloaded a photo, so you want to make sure it's kind of just the right angle or just the right shot. But when that person calls you, sends a photo right back, and we put a little caption around it to say something like, "I'm busy right now, here's what I'm doing." Or another caption says, "Look, here's what I'm doing." So it provides kind of a more rich communication experience.
Yeah, that's really kind of a neat idea. So you're at a baseball game, for instance, there's a lot of background noise. They're not going to hear you anyways. You can just take a real quick picture and share your life, share that moment with the other person. So how does it work then? The phone starts ringing. Do I hit a special answer button?
Yeah, exactly. So we're all used to right now having two options on an incoming call screen: answer and ignore. So we've added a third. Okay, this is the CallSnap choice. So on the operating system on which we're built, Android, you can typically slide an icon. You can slide to answer. You can slide to ignore. Now you can slide to CallSnap. And when you do that, it immediately sends a text message out the door to the caller saying, "Busy right now, CallSnap photo on the way." And that's important because it provides that instant response, probably even before the person has had a chance to leave a voicemail, letting them know that you saw the call, which is important, and that this visual information will be on the way. So after you do that, the user experience continues with camera application opens up. You take a photo. Okay, if you don't like that, you can take another one. But as soon as you've taken a photo you're happy with, you can hit the send button, and off it goes to that caller. So the whole thing should happen in the span of 10 to 20 seconds, kind of depending on how picky you are about the photo. We're also building a couple other options in there, like opening up the microphone. So instead of actually just sending a photo, you can send an audio photo. So kind of like an instant voice note. "Hey, I'm at my kid's game right now. I'll call you back in 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea. I certainly would have thought of that before. So you've pulled this all together. It's downloadable. It's free right now on the Google Play Store. This is an Android-only app, at least for the time being?
Correct, yes.
And you're adding some of the audio to it as well, which will make it very, very nice. Now,
And video as well.
oh, okay. Now, if I answer the phone, I slide it here to say I want to do a call snap, and I take a picture. Is it going to send that immediately? Can I edit the picture? Can I retake it?
Yeah, you can retake it. For now, just to keep the experience moving, we're not giving you tools to go in and tweak the brightness or the contrast or anything like that. We're really trying to make it sort of photo sharing with this extra purpose. So it's photo sharing plus communication. So that's kind of one of the original things that got us started on this. Our company works mostly on applications all around the phone call, all around improving the voice experience. So we had the idea that, well, geez, with photo sharing apps all the rage right now, we should really combine the photo with a response to a phone call. So it's kind of the opposite of how most photo sharing apps work. The typical photo sharing apps, you're opening up a line of communication to somebody. You're just sort of openly saying, hey, here's my photo. CallSnap is kind of the opposite. It's closing a line of communication, which is someone reaches out to you and you're saying, hey, I'm busy, but you still share the visual information.
I think that's a great idea, a really good idea, in fact. Now, people can go online to callsnapapp.com to find out a little bit more. And, of course, the easiest way, if you have an Android phone, is just go to the Google Play Store. You'll find it right there. Now, you guys also have a Facebook page I've been looking at and a Twitter page as well as you kind of reach out to everyone. But this makes it very nice. I assume this has been pretty well received.
Yeah, we've been out for about 2.5 months now. We're over 75,000 downloads without even doing a lot of advertising. So, we think it's something that when people see it, it seems so obvious to them. But we actually work with a search engine optimization firm as we were getting started, and they looked up for us the number of times that the following phrase has ever been Googled: reply to a phone call with a photo. Mm-hmm. The answer was 0. So when we saw the answer was this phrase has never even been Googled before, we realized we're kind of really onto something new and unique, no matter how obvious it sort of seems.
It's very, very cool. It's CallSnap app. Just look in the store for CallSnap, and install it on your Android phone. We've been joined by their president over at Tip Solutions, Michael Unitich. Did I get that right that time?
Yep.
All right. We appreciate you being with us today, Michael.
Sure. Okay. Thanks a lot, Craig.
When we come back, of course, a whole lot more about some of the latest technologies right here and online. Visit us, craigradio.com. We'll be right back.